This video, I pray that anybody who deals with Aaron, you literally run away, like as fast as you can. So to the one who apparently is my other half and is a cat meth head, pretend suicide doer, don't come near me again. Leave me the hell alone. In every avatar you have ever been, you always wait right when I get away from my dad, and there you are. The moment I move into your apartment, here you are as Chris Korn. Usually a little skinny, white leprechaun who's usually 98% of the time Irish in some way or the other. You always do meth, and you play both sides, and all you give a shit about is being cool. That's it. You have no determination in life. You don't help anybody. You're usually homeless, and you're looking on the ground for a cigarette, or asking, do you have $1? With usually a little mandolin or a little stupid guitar. That's it. That's your life. All day. Now you've turned to blues instead of meth. That's all you do. In every avatar. Every damn ass avatar. That's what I've seen you do. 100%. Some of your avatars attached to you are like Ed Sheeran, but I've lived with Ed Sheeran, and it was probably the worst place I've ever lived in my life. It was a nightmare. He did nothing but put magic demons and portals everywhere. He bought a bunch of mirrors and started using that as portals. He would wiggle his fingers in front of parts in a TV that were torture. He would get mad because he's like, can we just cuddle? I'm like, no. Like, Michael just divorced me. I don't want anybody ever again. I don't want to do anything. I'm not that girl. Then he'd put knives everywhere and do more rituals. He sat there and touched his head all day to take me to hell, to have me die. He laid on the ground multiple times, being like, I want Jezebel. And Cooking with Kaya comes. All he does is eat all day and literally watch TV. That's it. That's all he does. Or play video games for like 16 hours a day. He doesn't open a Bible. He doesn't preach. I even talked to him about the technology. He knows it's happening. He won't admit it. I talked to him about a lot of stuff. A lot. About demons, he's like, oh, those don't exist. About how, oh, God hasn't made it yet. He just lies. And then he just... And then he used me for my money because he was about to get kicked out. So for like 2 months, I paid $1,400 for his damn ass house. Mostly for his dogs, not him. Because he was willing for his 220-pound dogs to live in the back of his damn ass car. Then he'll do rituals to ruin your life. He'll be like, ooh, is that a snake? Oh, go get this shark. Go get the little shark toy, Bella. He'll do the whole, is this your card? And it's his card, and he has me touch it. Oh, with a little cheeky smile. I thought that was your card. Even after I gave him like $1,400. He doesn't leave you alone. He'll go into the room continually, won't even knock. Hey. He'll get mad when you don't do what he wants. Why do you always lay there? Well, maybe because you cause my mind and body so much more pain. Maybe that's why. I don't want to go anywhere with you. I don't want to do anything. Just let me stay here. I paid the rent and sleep in the damn room. But no. He needs constant attention. He expects you to be his maid, his cook. Continually. He'll try to continually get you drunk. I even heard him in the other room. He's like, yeah, she doesn't ever want to drink liquor. Because, I'm not with liquor. I'm just not. I think it's been months After Michael divorced me, that's when I drank liquor for like 2 days. But unless it's like not a big thing, I stay away from liquor because it has so many demons. Gotta love this game, huh? And I heard him talking to his friend on the video. Yeah, man, I tried to get her drunk so, maybe I could get lucky. She doesn't want to. He'll stare at the wall with his hands in his pocket and just create your destiny to hell and then be like, I love you. I really care for you. And then he'll just do dance moves like the whole damn ass time. That's all he does. That's it. He doesn't care actual pain. He will never actually help you in any way. So beware of any of Ed Sheeran, Robin Williams, Ellen DeGeneres, Jeffrey Epstein, Travis Barker. He usually looks like a white leprechaun, is Irish. Beware. Just beware, children. If God led you to this video, oh my God. Beware. If you see a little homeless meth head who has a little mandolin, is homeless, asking you for a cigarette or $1, and talks like really fast like this, like honestly run away. I don't know how else to describe you to him, or him to you, but I think that's the best I could do, because if you don't know him, you'll never get it. He'll be playing both sides, really, really desperate to be socially accepted. He'll never actually read the Bible. He'll never actually help anybody around him. He'll just go, I want to be accepted. I keep trying to tell heaven that one day that ruined everything. But it doesn't seem to matter to them. How when the compassion Michael already left me, I'm with this other Michael. Aaron comes by on his little stupid bike with everything already ready, just like he did at the tent. And for 20 minutes, he just pretends like he's trying to help me. And then hugs Michael. Sonia, wake up. After he's like, well, you need to stop controlling her. She's not your property. Blah, blah, blah. How would she know? You're the best deceiver. Just pretends like he gives a shit. And doesn't even have an excuse to take me to hell. It's just like, she'll never wake up, which is bullshit. Because I was a fully awake. I understood that wasn't the real Michael. I understand this one was a deceiver. I understood. I was like, hell no. I'm choosing you. Help me. Help me. Help me. And no, then he hugs Michael in the kitchen. Junior, we'll wake up, does one little pretend tear. Then takes me to hell, and then goes outside, puts a pee on the ark, the 2 heating cooling trucks, has everything in a stupid little gay-ass bike, shoots a toy gun, all this smiling, by the way. Throws all these marbles of shame on the ground, shoots a little toy gun, does all of it. Talks about the elevator Michael wants to torture me in, and the spear he wants to put up my ass. Talks about all. Smiling. And does a couple more rituals, pours the beer down the sink, all this shit, and then just does this classic, do I know you? What's your name again? Do I know you? Like, no heart, no give a shit at all. And goes outside and just hangs out with the witches and warlocks and demons. And just acts like he didn't just send me to hell. Like, he doesn't even give a shit. He's like, good, thank God, that's done. He just sent the queen of the universe to hell. He goes to the store, brings back all the Mexican stuff for a Mexican sandwich, because he had to wait, of course, to get the Mexicans' approval, which he did. Isn't that sick, how he operates? It is so sick. Or like with Craig, how he just had his tippy fits and then just was like, I don't want her. And then Marcos has to set up the suicide as his other character, Craig. And then Marcos gives me the Tupac. And then takes my dad away on Thanksgiving. Then puts a rocks in front of my door because he eventually wants to put me in rocks. Isn't that crazy? Like every time. I'll go through all the times I've seen him. Then after that, I see him as Craig. He already has that plan with Craigslist he did when I was 10 years old, like a psychopathic, psychological abuser. And sets that up. He has no signs. I'm already hanging out with him for like a month. No signs. He's always happy-go-lucky. No signs. I could tell because I've tried to commit suicide so many times. No signs at all. He offers the witch his car. The witch steals it. Then he gets drunk and then he just starts getting mad. We get kicked out of the restaurant Sherry's. Of course, it's Sherry's. And there we go. Then he has it all planned. He's like, I can't take this. My car got stolen. I'm like, dude, just chill. I'm talking to the police and get it back for you, bro. Chill. Let's just head back. It's like a mile. Let's just walk. Okay, fine. And I start walking. I don't hear him for like 5 minutes, but I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I ask him a question. I hear nothing. I'm like, okay, he must just be annoyed or tired. I keep walking, and I look back, and I do not see him. I'm like, what the hell? And I still can't see him because where he hung himself, it's like hidden. It's like in a ditch. So I'm like thinking, like, what the hell happened? Did he just like get mad, and did he like run away? And I'm looking everywhere. Nowhere to be seen. At all. So then I go, and I see him hanging, and I can't even comprehend it. I'm so traumatized and so scared, and I just probably have one of the biggest panic attacks I ever had in my life. And so I run down cars, I scream, I automatically go to my cell phone. My cell phone freezes up, doesn't even die. It literally freezes up, I swear to God. I even had to show the police that. I'm like, my phone doesn't even work. And they're like, what happened to your phone? I'm like, I have no idea. Like, it wouldn't move. Of course, you know him, little freaking psychopath goes to your phone and does that shit. He's psychotic, bro. He has to be Antichrist like everybody's saying. There's no way he isn't. I don't know how he has that power, but he does. I don't know why God would put me with him, but he did. I have no idea. He doesn't give a shit. Maybe that's why he put me with him, so he could destroy me. Then after that, I don't see him for a while. Let's see, let me think. The next time I see him, of course, I'm having to hear about suicide 24/7, is, Barry. Mr. Suspender Ed Sheeran. Right after my dad dies, or whatever, pretends his death, because he's not voting for me. And then Michael has an apartment, I try to get a job, and there he is. Pretending he had a stroke. You know, he's basically already on my dad's side. Be like, oh, I had to pretend to be a victim, but yeah, I'm okay with giving you a stroke, but I had to pretend I had a stroke. You know how this game works. And then it takes about a week, and he already stares at the wall. You know how that is. If you're awake, you're awake. If not, you're lucky. And then he says I'm Jezebel because I'm giving with the 60-year-old that I had him meet. He gets jealous. Giving out sandwiches with the church. And draws a picture with a cave within a cave within a cave with eyes and then this language on the back of it. And it is done. He has no remorse. He give a shit. He does just what he does. And he just stares at the TV. And eats his 12 Cinnabons in one sitting. And I hear him outside my window, contemplating my eternity with 2 demons. No, she broke a covenant. He comes up with every excuse. And then the next morning, Barry looks at me. Hi, dead meat. Doesn't even care. Doesn't even care. Doesn't even have forgiveness. Doesn't even try to leave me alone and have me, like, actually work out my relationship with Michael. At all. Then he comes again as Aaron. I already explained that. Gives me the mark of the beast with 2 heating cooling chucks. Approves everything Michael wants to do. Then, I don't see him for a really long time. I think the next time I see him, other than him just stalking me and throwing magic at me, being the little psycho leprechaun he is when I moved to Columbia Heights. He's Felix. And he waits for the vote of my Mexican dressed as Johnny Depp and the original MLK. And they both say no. That's all I needed. And he goes behind me, and I don't know how long, but a while he was just doing shit to my mind, locking it up, because he could do whatever he wants at this point. And I feel something. I look behind me. He's like, oh, hi. Oh, it's just a chess game. How's it going? Hi. I'm not like totally torturing your mind. Not at all. Then I see him again in Beaverton at McDonald's. He's like, oh, I got you with that. And it's like I'm opening the bathroom with the same code. And then he puts the same code and then it works for him. And he like, throws a napkin to the ground and does all that shit, right? Then I see him again when I'm in Beaverton. And New Seasons, he pretends he's like watching my bike. I was wondering why my bike was there, but my damn ass lock was gone. So he's just watching my bike. And he uses it as a chance to learn me. Be like, oh, is this your bike? I'm just watching it. And he just eats his blueberries. Oh, I forgot. He was Judith, the one I caregave for, in the pinnacle of a decision that would have changed my life forever. That's done for. He just wiggles his fingers and uses his tablet for like a whole year straight and talks about suicide. You'll always know it's him when all he does is not shut up about suicide. Oh, he was Haley. The one when I was at Columbia Heights. He was Haley, who just talked about suicides, pretend to like cats, and divorced me. But Art doesn't know, like, already that he divorced me. And then, of course, most of his characters will pretend like they're sick or go to the hospital like 12 times, like he did, and like Haley did. I don't get it, bro, but whatever. Like Barry did. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. And then he was, who else was he? Oh, and I was trying to get saved by my dad, Steve, because he has so much love. He's there circling Burgerville for about an hour straight, doing his stop, go, just summoning demons with his feet. Oh, he was the guy at the Ashland campground who would just cry over his little witch in the tent and was hanging out with Michael. That was him. The whole time he was holding up a stick and fluttering in his eyes and doing magic to me and Michael. The whole time. Mom would just bark and I'm like, again, are you serious? Can he go away? Who else? Let's see. He was many people actually I caregave for, including Debbie, who pretended to be blind. God, he was so many people and he never helped me. He was the one, after I lose my dad, Steve, that puts everything, prays for me, puts his hand on my shoulder and prays for me and goes, Eshikorina shasha, blah, 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 blah. Does more shit to the mind and throws everything, basically, in hell after he leads me to a tent and says, here, I want to pray for you one more time. And has everything there, just like he did as a bike. And of course, he waits until my dad, Steve, and the other Steve say no. 100%. So he knows no matter what he gives me back, it won't matter. Takes everything into a damn ass tent and throws me away. Puts the torture boots outside, puts everything in little baggies, pours out the drinks, lights the tent on damn ass fire, literally. And then does his little pretend crying, and then throws milk everywhere. I was like, okay, whatever, it's done. He was Jamie. After I left Michael's and I was sitting on the bench trying to wonder where the hell am I going to live. And then Michael comes, what are you doing? Why are you hanging out with him? He was part of Jim Carrey. And right away he wants to be cool with Michael. Okay. And goes with Michael. And Michael at this point is already Sandra Bullock, so it could give a shit. At all. And he throws everything in hell and says, I want to torture your mind, and then makes it hotter and colder. Right before I get to where I am right now with the 3 biggest, most purest angels I've ever lived with in my life. Then, who else was he? Yeah, he was just basically useless, so beware of him. 100%. 100%. Oh, he was the guy that once, I think it was my dad or Michael come as security guard. And the guy, African guy, really powerful. Right away he comes. He starts saying the N-word because they put the N-word in my head for like a minute during none other than Michael's dad's voting process. I'm like, where the hell did this come from? And of course, my mom pretended not to like black people for 2 years, calling them the N-word and shit. So I'm like, oh, okay, good victim cover-up. So you guys already knew that this was going to happen. Okay, cool. Awesome. Then he smiles, and he literally smiles and goes away and says, I'm glad I put that in her mind. Isn't that sick? Isn't that so sick? Isn't that gross? And then the African who has a lot of power is like, yeah, can you go away? Like, I'm going to go meet a pretty girl. And then while I'm walking away, he's like, at least there'll be water and milk. And then my dad / Michael, as a security guard, just smiles and says, can I give you a hug? I'm like, I'm good. And I just walk away. So every single time I've met him, and I don't think Michael understands this, he has always hurt me and ruined my thoughts. He ruined our relationship. And then I'm pretty sure he's part of that guy who came with the dog like 7 times. Said no like the first 10 seconds, then pretended to counsel me and Michael when he was the one who broke it up. And then says, yeah, I'll pick her up later, because they want me to die in the bathroom or down the stairs. And who else was he? I don't think he was a couple people here and there. But he always hurt me. Always made my mind darker. Didn't give a shit about me. A living shit. He was a guy when I was walking after I got put in rocks, and he does his classic, puts his head down and goes, pretend sniffle. My queen, it's up to her eyes. It's so pathetic. His love is so pathetic. It makes me want to throw up, bro. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Oh, yeah. He cares so much he did a suicide, put it around the road, and did the mark of the beast. Oh, yeah. I bet he cares. Right. Whatever. And I kept telling Michael, I'm like, why would you allow him, a leprechaun who could give a shit about me? I'm like, just watch. Our relationship is literally going to go to shit. Just watch. He's going to torture my mind. He is going to make our relationship shit. Oh, and then every time I see him, he'd throw like 2 pebbles of shame. Like, just leave me alone. So yeah, that's Chris Korn. That's Craig for you. The one that apparently God made me have to be with and have the ability to judge my eternity. And who gets in trouble? I do, because of my thoughts. Not him. No matter how many times I break the script, like today with an angel, I told the angel everything. I'm like, yeah, and then all the angel does is, I'll pray for you. I'm so sorry, I don't quite understand what you're saying. I'm like, okay. He's like, you need to take control of your life. I'm like, I appreciate that. I'm trying to take control of it, but when it's controlled by Satan, that's quite difficult. It's quite hard. So yeah, that's my testimony of this little leprechaun meth head psychopath who ruins my eternity, my relationship with Michael, any chance I could get out of hell, just so he could be cool with Michael. Yeah, is Michael cooler than you? 20%. Yes. Yes, yes. You've never been there for me. You've been the worst husband in the entire world, Aaron. 1,000,000,000,000,000,000%. You've been horrific. I don't know how God lets you be a judge, but he does. He does. You're a horrible parent. You just hang out with demons who torture humans in portals. When it's your time to save somebody, you'll do acting for 20 minutes and then give them a bunch of pain just to be cool with Satan, Antichrist, Jezebel, Lilith, or whoever. You don't care. You smile when you cause pain. You could give a living shit. You really could. So this is my video to you, you dickwad. You are disgusting to me. You could give a shit about pain. I think you need to go to hell for a couple days to gain some heart and some empathy. You just hang out with demons all day. You smoke meth all day. You beg for money and cigarettes. You have your little disgusting cheeky smile. You don't ever help anybody, even when given the chance. You'll judge thoughts, even though you're the one who ruined it. Then you just put the suicide around the road that you set up with Marcos. It's pathetic. It literally is pathetic. I kept trying to tell Michael, I'm like, why on earth would he sell me to that leprechaun? Why would he do that? Why? He will get the job done. And he did. Oh, he did. So, yay. Congrats, little Ellen DeGeneres. It is done. It only took 3.5 years of torturous pain to get those 2 heating cooling trucks and send angels just to knowing that they're going to say no because you keep my thoughts open, you asshole. You know how many tears people cried because of your dickwad ass? Do you even care? No, of course you don't. How many angels I disappointed who really genuinely wanted to actually help me? Unlike you. So, this is to the one who did the mark of the beast, to my Amazon. I hope you sleep good.